Dear my respectful viewer, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is the day of translation from the last week program, which was about the aql, or English language is mind. As you remember, inshallah, those all talks or information which I give to you was had based on a spiritual and religious point of view. It was a very informative for all my people, who is a Parsi languager, and today I'm trying to translate it for those who speak English, and mostly those young children that they grew in here, and they rather than Farsi they want to speak English. This subject is very important, and that's what I'm trying to translate and by the English language. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي صدق الله العظيم. They are my brothers and my sisters of Islam. The subject that I am trying to explain to you, to give you such information, is about the mind or intellect. As you know, this name which I mentioned is Allah Almighty gave only for me and you and all human being, not for any other creation or animals or any. Of course, might be some another animal has it, but mostly this is for the human being that Allah already gives. The mind is a set of comprehensions, enlightenment, awareness, understanding, intelligence, thinking, and etc. Lots of other things would be too, including the consciousness, and perception, judgment, and memory. When we define it, it is entity, as an entity of consciousness which hold the power of imagination, recognition, and appreciation. At the same time, it is responsible for processing, feeling, emotion, and action. This is all about the mind. Mind, in scientific view, of all viewpoints, regards of the nature, investigate the relation to the physical things like brain and nervous system. In today's point of view, investigate mind or intellect is one of the very important source of realization and acquaintance, like two active elements, heart and sense. By sense we feel by touch of any things, and by heart we find acquaintance what will happen or what will be done in either future, either remember from the past. This is the heart. And the best acquaintance to the human being was the revelation like prophets were received. However, in Arabic definition about the mind is a rope, as a small rope or something, as a rope that they tie the camel's knee. It call it in Arabic language aqal, which the word of mind in Arabic also aqal come from derived from the ropes, that action of tightening the camel knees. The philosopher defined this aql or this mind in 4 categories: idealistic mind, practical mind, complete mind, and partially mind. In old age Arabs takes the meaning of the tightening the camel knees still refer to a sensuality element. They call a kind of a special rope for such a tightening the camel knees that cannot be free to go or do something funny. That camel, when they think, when the knees of the camel was tight, was bound by that rope, aqal, and the camel cannot walk. So in that way, the meaning of aql in the inside of human being, human being is the same as they put it a similar meaning or definition by such a mind. So a person cannot do anything because the mind makes him stop in the nafs which we have, and then all those other desire if we have, of course, what things supposed to stop him, because we have all kind of desire to do this, to do that, or something, but the one that makes them stop is the mind or intellect. And other beside of that, there is another word by the name of wisdom. In a Farsi language, of course, is ma'rifat. This is also kind of a religious or spirituality's meaning. So wisdom is the ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, understanding, common sense, and the result of act of understanding things. Wisdom is associated with the attribute such as unbiased or non-partisan judgment, compassion, experiential, self-knowledge, transcendence, and non-attachment. Also, wisdom has been defined in many different ways in psychology. It is important to find the relationship between all these names which I mentioned, like wisdom, mind, intelligence, brain, heart, conscience, and intellect, of course, by itself. So then the other thing that I mentioned about, named as intelligence. Intelligence, of course, we have in Farsi language hosh kun kichizanakuni. So, but in English it's called intelligence, but in Arabic it doesn't have it. Intelligence also has many way of definition, including the capacity for logic, understanding, self-awareness, emotional knowledge, reasoning, creativity, and problem solving. Also, it can be desired. Also, it can be described as the ability to perceive or infer information. Intelligence is most often studied in human and animals observed. This name actually derived from the Latin of the noun intelligenta, and as a verb intelligere, to comprehend or perceive. And several other things related in philosophical ideas which associated as a phenomena. However, understanding the relationship between the brain and mind is one of the central issues in the history of philosophy, and is a challenging problem both philosophically and scientifically. There are three major philosophical schools of thought concerning the awareness is dualism, materialism, and idealism. So dualism holds that the mind exists independently, and the brain materialism and the brain materialism holds that the mental phenomena, and idealism holds that any mental phenomena exist. However, all philosophers could not find in simple way or to give a short meaning for all these names. So just I wanted to give you one break right now, and I will come back and make more talk about it. Thank you.